So this is to demonstrate passing the knot. If you're rappelling down and you're not always watching right below you and you catch that knot in your hand, you go, oh, if you can't untie the knot, you're going to need to go past it. Maybe it's 2 sections of rope. So rappel down until you're about 1 hand away from putting it in the rack. And then do a hard lock. A hard lock is taking a long bite of rope. Just kind of capture the main line with your hand, wrap around 1 time, and you're tying an overhand knot around the main line. And then cinch that down as close to the rack as you can. When you're in a hard lock, this is the 1 time you're allowed to completely have hands off your rope. So our goal is to get past this. Take your personal Prusik, which would be your long Prusik, do a 3 wrap Prusik, This is also a good way to do an emergency stop and hold, so you're not like, if you ever get caught up in the rope and you need to wait for a while, put your long personal Prusik in, 3 wraps, and then dress it out, and then get your foot up in. This is a good way to get your legs out and take a break and relax and just wait on what's going on. Well, we're going to push this up pretty much as high as you can reach it with your foot in. Take your short Prusik, and this is what we're going to transfer all of our weight to and get off of the rack. Again, 3 wrap Prusik. Dress it out nice and flush. So that all 6 lines are parallel on one side and you have a bridge holding over. Pull it in and try and test pull so it doesn't slip. Thank you. So give that a test pull so it doesn't slip. You're going to use your long carrier carabiner. Our goal at this point is to transfer, get from here to here. So get yourself in position to open this up. If you need to practice once, never grab above what you're putting your weight into. So if I put my hand here, I could slide down. So if I go up, that's where I'm going to go. So one-handed, my hand's below what I'm going to put my weight on. Open that up, and then you miss. It may have been easier if I'd have gone higher up, just to get more lift. So now my weight is in here, and I can give myself a little bit more space by coming down in here. So now I have a little bit more space in between. All my weight is on the red line to the main line, and I'm not on this. It's still tight. So now you got to kind of weasel your hard lock out. There we go. So one trick to do is you can kind of bend your rack out and give yourself some more slack, but every bit of slack you get, you're making your knot higher and closer. Once you get the first one out, it gets easier. And now we're free. I'm going to re-rack. I'll re-rack then below. You don't need to change the orientation of your rope. That's going to just fall right back into place where you meant it to be. So same game as before. Just like that's the top handrail. Take that bite up. There's my soft lock, and you can even hard lock again above. Again, it's just taking that long bite, and then see how I'm just retracing my palm? That creates the overhand knot, and you can cinch that down right above that. So now if everything fails here, I'm going to set myself here. So this is my goal, is to set myself back on here. This is where you get a little bit of, if you push down and to demonstrate that, just pushing this down, I start to move. Same thing with the top. Don't let yourself get out of reach. So that should be your gauge as to how far away and how high up your foot is. If that is so set that you can't do it, you'll need to stand up and kind of break the bridge. So I'm sitting in this is loose, and I pull this down. Now, I stand in this, and I pull the red down. So that's how I'm inching back and forth until I get to a point where my Prusik is there, and I'm here. I'm feeling pretty good about this, so my next step is going to be to remove this carabiner. So I can get ready for here. I know that this is coming off. I'm gonna keep my hand below the main, stand up, disconnect, and sit in it. Now I'm back on the main line. Give yourself a break, because most likely you worked pretty hard on that. So having both feet out, you're kind of sitting in the harness for a while. It's a good chance to let the blood flow. Always collect your gear in case something happens at the end. Release a little bit, get my feet off. Uh-oh. There we go. All right, and at this point, untie. This is where if you have a belayer down there, let them know you're on rope. Soft lock off, and continue to rappel. There are many ways, but this one is mine.